How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be diving into a new scenario, which is, what if Future Babidi, instead of coming years later to battle Future Trunks, actually came during his original time? That he did in the main timeline, during age 774. Before we get into the what if though, if you like Dragon Ball and his channel, then make sure you check out the official Damn What If Discord server, where you can talk with others about Dragon Ball, make fan art that could be featured, and all that fun stuff. Or if you want to see my real life and have a better chance of getting in contact with me, make sure to follow me over on Instagram at DamonIsHere, I guess. With all that out of the way, let's get straight into this what if. Now, we begin in age 774 on Earth, where androids 17 and 18 are going throughout the world, torturing and killing so many. The only one who can stop this madness is Gohan, though at this point, he's still nothing to the androids. Sure, he finally managed to become a Super Saiyan, but even that wasn't enough to fight the two androids off, and they still managed to go off and destroy this planet. There doesn't seem to be any hope left, except one villain making his way to Earth is going to change that. Babidi and Dabura make their way to the planet, landing in the exact area that they did in the main timeline, and decide to go out and find any energies that they can on this planet to revive the evil Majin Buu. Of course, Babidi isn't able to find Spopovich and Yamu, as in the main timeline, as I'm pretty sure that the two are either in hiding from the androids or they're just dead. So Pui Pui and Yakon would be the ones to go out and try to gather all the energy that they can. The two go out and are surprised to find that most of the population is gone. Sure, there are a few cities that have people, but not many. What exactly happened here? Doesn't exactly matter, they just need to get the energy that they can for Buu's revival. While Pui Pui and Yakon are going throughout the cities murdering people, Gohan senses this and automatically assumes that it's the androids. But something is wrong. It can't be the androids, he can sense very powerful key signatures. And the androids don't have any key, so what exactly is happening? Who is killing all these people? You better go and check this out. Gohan arrives in the city and encounters Pui Pui and Yakon. Gohan asks the two who they are, and if they're part of Frieza's crew, as they look like the type. Pui Pui states that they don't belong to any members of the Frieza Force. They're in alliance with Master Babidi, who is here to resurrect the most powerful being in the multiverse, Majin Buu. Yakon smacks Pui Pui in the back of the head for telling this guy everything, but Pui Pui laughs and says it doesn't matter, as they're going to take his energy away and kill him anyways. Gohan can't let that happen, and transforms into a Super Saiyan, rushing Pui Pui and kicking him away. Yakon is in shock at seeing all the power from this Earthling, and goes after Gohan himself, trying to grab him and get his energy. Gohan tries to move out of the way, but Yakon is too fast, and he's slashed around pretty bad. Gohan launches a Masenko at Yakon, attempting to get him to back off, but Yakon just eats it up. Gohan is kinda disgusted that this creature just ate his attack, and before he knows it, his Super Saiyan form is eaten up as well, and he's smacked away by Yakon to the rubble. Gohan weakly stands up, not knowing what to do. This creature hits harder than even the androids. Are there really far stronger beings out there in the universe than them? Speaking of the androids, hearing the commotion going on and one of their cities being destroyed, 17 and 18 arrive at the scene, wondering what exactly happened here and who these creatures are, picking on one of their playthings. Yakon can't exactly tell if these two are as strong as the other one, or if they'll give him good energy, so he rushes in to see how powerful they are. And again, Yakon is still insanely powerful, and the androids have to work together to at least keep up with him. Gohan realizes he could try to help them out, but hey, hopefully these three will just end up killing each other, and he'll be free of all of them. So he sits back and lets the villains fight it out. Yakon is able to slash up the two androids a little bit, except these two siblings have perfect fighting synergy, and keep landing powerful blows on the beast. The two also can't get tired out due to their infinite energy, so Yakon is getting more and more tired, not able to keep up. Babidi has been watching this fight the whole time, letting it drag on, that way more energy will go into Buu's resurrection, but as you can see, Yakon is slowing down greatly, so he's going to need some more Majin servants to gather more energy. Babidi targets Android 17, and 17 begins to scream out in pain, wondering what exactly is going on with him. 18 yells at 17 to stop, and is just in pure confusion. What is happening to her brother? 17 eventually succumbs to the Majin curse, and becomes Majin 17. 18 stares in shock. Her brother has this M on his forehead now, and he looks a little bit buffer. She goes up trying to ask what exactly happened, but as she goes up, 17 laughs and punches her across the face, sending her hurling towards the ground. 18 stands up and powers up, asking her brother what the hell that was for, but doesn't have time to continue the conversation as Majin 17 goes in for the attack once more. The two android siblings battle it out on equal footing, not one of them tiring out in the slightest. The damage the two are giving to each other is great, and contributing greatly to Buu's revival. Sure, energy itself isn't being given to Buu, but the damage they're inflicting on each other is helping a lot. That's the reason why Babidi decided to only turn 17 to a Majin, as if he fought it out with 18, the two can pretty much keep fighting forever, and not get tired, giving Boo free energy. As the two are fighting, Babidi tells Yakon and Pui to go out and gather some more energy, so the two go to fly away. Gohan isn't going to let them get away, however, and transforms once again and launches a Kamehameha at Pui, disintegrating him. Yakon turns around to see what happened, and Gohan goes in to fight against the monster again. This time, Gohan has the upper hand, since Yakon is weakened greatly against the two androids, so this time, Gohan is able to kill Yakon as well. Gohan then turns to see the androids fighting against each other, with 18 yelling towards him to help her out. Gohan glares daggers at her, saying why should he help her? All she's ever caused him is pain. She killed so many innocents, and his teachers, his friends. She deserves to be killed by her own brother, and see how she likes it. 18 can't exactly argue, and is beaten around more and more by her brother, while Gohan watches. 18 is mentally drained from this fight, and Majin 17 isn't holding back at all anymore. Before this battle can continue, Majin 17 is frozen in place for some reason, and can't move. Before he can wonder what is happening, he's punched away into a building by Kibito. Kibito tells 18 and Gohan that they need to come with him. There's no time. The two are obviously skeptical, as he could be in cahoots with the others. But Kibito isn't one for patience. He already hates how he has to bring mortals to this realm as it is anyways, so he just quickly rushes over, grabbing the two, and uses the Kai Kai to return to Shin's planet. Gohan and 18 are obviously confused as all hell. Where are they? Who is this guy? Who are those other guys? What is going on? Shin introduces himself to the two, and tells them that he is the Supreme Kai of this universe, and it's his job to preserve life. And the evil wizard Babidi has made his way to Earth to revive the evil Majin Buu. He noticed these two on the planet fighting against the Majin servants, and they seem to be very powerful. So he's going to train them up to be even more powerful. That way they can help prevent the planet from being destroyed. Gohan is listening to the Kai and gives him the respect he deserves, as he remembers his father telling him about King Kai, so this must be the god above him, which is a very big deal. 18, however, doesn't care at all. She gets right up in Shin's face, saying she doesn't care at all what happens to Earth, as she's been spending the last 7 years trying to wipe out all life anyways. All she wants is to get her brother back, so they can continue the rampage. Shin is pretty surprised to hear this, as he thought her and Gohan were working together, but Gohan says that couldn't be further from the truth. This girl is pure evil, and didn't deserve to be saved by him. She should have been killed by her brother. Gohan and 18 get into a vicious staring contest, and Shin and Kibito step in between them to not accelerate the tension. Shin says that sure they may hate each other, but now they have a common enemy, and if they all want to get out of this alive, then they're going to have to work together. After many hours of convincing, Gohan and 18 agree to work together and begin their training under Shin and Kibito. Gohan is able to pull the Z-Sword and train with it, while 18 learns some Kai moves under Kibito, and trains with him to become stronger. Gohan is so good at this training that he officially becomes an apprentice Kai. 18 is kinda jealous about this, but with her troubled past, she understands why she wasn't able to undergo this. She has become much more powerful now though, through training with Kibito and Gohan. The training between her and Gohan is very beneficial, as the two go at each other with everything that they have, since they're not the biggest fans of each other, and they instantly get healed by Kibito after their matches, which especially helps Gohan, as he gets some fantastic Zenkai boosts. These two have gotten much stronger now, and are now almost at the level of Deborah during this training. Back on Earth, most of the planet's population has been reduced to nothing, as 17 and Deborah are going around the planet and absorbing most of the people's energy. Trunks has been hearing on the radio how the androids are going around at an even faster pace, and Gohan hasn't shown up at all, so he fears the worst. Bulma says that Trunks will die if he goes out now, and they just have to hope for the best that Gohan is still out there. And if he's not, then they have to rely on the time machine plan. Trunks is getting really angry with himself that he can't do anything, but he knows his mother is right. He'll just get killed if he goes out. He just has to hope that Gohan will eventually show up. Eventually, Shin says that at this rate, the entire population of Earth is going to disappear, so they need to act now while they still can. Shin, Kibito, Gohan, and 18 make their way to Babidi's ship, where they encounter the Warlock, Deborah, and Majin 17. Gohan notices that he is now finally stronger than 17, and goes in to attack him to wipe him out completely. But Deborah steps in the way and punches him in the gut, sending him flying away. Kibito and Shin then do their best to fight off Deborah, while 18 goes off and fights her brother. 18 and 17 have their own fight, but this is nothing like last time, as 17 isn't anywhere near 18's level anymore. 18 has become so much more powerful through her training with the Kai, that even 17 as a Majin can't do anything. 18 pleads with her brother to stop working for Babidi and come back to her, but 17 is too far under Babidi's control, and is not going to be saved. Shin tells 18 that there's no reasoning with him anymore. The only thing that they can do is kill Babidi. Except Babidi's protected by 17's shield, And if 17 isn't killed, then Babidi is going to be protected forever, so 18 needs to make her choice. Gohan and Kibito face off against Dabura, and they have a very rough time battling it out, as even with the Z-Sword, Dabura is able to match up against Gohan. Even though Gohan is a much stronger Super Saiyan now, he's only in level 1, so he has no big chance against Dabura himself. Gohan and Kibito are being thrown around, and Dabura even manages to spit onto Z-Sword, turning it to stone, as it is sent flying down to the ground and shatters. Dabura goes to destroy the sword, but Kibito jumps in front of him to stop it, and he is completely obliterated by the demon. With Kibito's death, Gohan explodes in rage, launching Dabura and getting some good hits in. Gohan isn't going to let 18's emotions get in the way of victory, and he flies right past Dabura, pushes 18 out of the way, and launches a Masenko right in 17's face, completely destroying him. Babidi panics as his shield disappears around him, and Gohan goes in to finish him off as well. Dabura rushes in, quickly slamming Gohan to the ground, not allowing him to get any closer. Babidi uses 18's anguish as an opportunity to take control of her, and 18 screams out as she's being taken over by Babidi. 18 isn't like her brother though. During this time of training, she is mentally trained as well. She doesn't want to end up like her brother and become a slave. She does want to do the right thing. If it wasn't for Babidi, 17 would still be here with her. She will never become a slave to him. 18 instantly fires her strongest ki blast at Babidi, wiping him out completely. Dabura looks up in horror to see his master killed, and Gohan takes it as an opportunity to grab a chunk off the broken Z-Sword and shoves it right into Dabura's neck, killing him on the spot. Gohan stands up exhausted, and Shin runs over to congratulate the Saiyan. They finally managed to end this, and now Majin Buu has no chance of being revived. Now they just need to grab Buu's egg, grab 18, and head back to the world of the Kais. Except 18 is gone. She seems to have flown away, leaving everything behind. Gohan says that he has to go and find her, as she's too dangerous, but Shin stops him, saying it's been rough for her. He can tell that she's had a change of heart, and now that her brother's gone from her as well, she needs some time to go and think about what's happened. Before Gohan and Shin go back to the world of Kais, they're greeted by another Supreme Kai, the Elder Kai. Shin asks where this Kai came from, and the old Kai reveals that he was trapped in the Z-Sword many years ago, and now that it's broken, he's finally free, and he wants to repay Gohan for freeing him from the sword. Gohan, Shin, and Old Kai return to the Supreme Kai's world, where Old Kai unlocks Gohan's hidden potential, and Ultimate Gohan is born. Gohan is insanely impressed with this new level of power he's achieved. If he managed to break the Z-Sword before, then he would have gotten this power then. And that way Kibito wouldn't have had to die. Shin says that it's terrible how Kibito is gone, to remember that Gohan is also an apprentice Kai now, and he can fill Kibito's shoes in helping out Shin. Gohan says it would be a great honor to work alongside Shin, though he does have to go back to Earth now and help rebuild, and help train somebody up. Shin says that it's completely understandable, and says that with Gohan's Kai technique, he can teleport himself here anytime he would like to continue his training. Gohan thanks Shin and the old Kai, and teleports back to Earth to rebuild. And that's where we're going to be leaving this episode here. That's what I think would have happened if Future Babidi actually came on time in the future timeline. Things would have worked out much better for Gohan, as with Shin around, he finally was able to train himself up to the point where the androids weren't a threat to him anymore. If you guys want to see a part 2 to this scenario with what happened to 18, and how Trunks is going to come into play, then let's see if we can get this video to 1,000 likes. And if we hit that goal, then I'll gladly continue with a new part. Before we go, huge shout out to Professor X over on Patreon for supporting me. It really means a lot to be able to help me out over there, man, so thanks a bunch again. If you guys want to be like Professor X and get your name at the end of every single one of my videos, then make sure you join my Patreon. So you can get your name at the end of every video, and access to my videos early as well. And with all that, until we meet again, you guys, see ya later!